Hey boys, it's HarmNone. Today we're going to be going over what to buy and what to avoid this week in Grand Theft Auto Online. And we have quite the week on our hands, at least in terms of money bonuses, discounts and stuff like that. Not exactly the best, however, this is still going to be a good week. Before we get into the video, if you enjoy it by the end, if you learn something valuable, consider dropping a like and subscribing if you guys are new. With that being said, let's go ahead and get started with the money bonuses, which are going to be to log in this week. For doing that, you're going to get $500,000 by yourself, so that's pretty awesome. And there's also a free benefactor turreted limo. We're going to go over that in just a minute. And as an additional bonus, if you complete any heist in GTA Online, you will receive a $1 million bonus within 72 hours, plus the Noose outfit as well. And if you own a mansion in GTA Online, log in between June 18th to July 13th, and you will receive a special collection of gifts for the Quartz Center heist DLC release. So that is going to be pretty cool. Now, in addition to this, we also have the weekly challenge this week, which is going to be to rob the daily vault during the Diamond Casino heist. For doing that, you're going to receive a bonus $100,000. Now, taking a break from all the free sort of money bonuses going on, we have triple money and triple RP on the community race series. Some of these look pretty cool. I'd recommend giving them a shot this week if you have some spare time between the crazy money bonuses that we have. Those money bonuses, well, we have double money and RP on the Diamond Casino heist finale, plus guaranteed artwork in the vault. So that is automatically really good. And we have double money and double RP on the No Way Out missions. Now, these typically pay $650,000 upon completion, and that usually takes between 30 and 45 minutes depending on how much you're tryharding. This week, that is going to be $1,300,000 for regular players. Now, if you have GTA Plus, you will be getting $2.6 million for completing the No Way Out missions, because they are on 4 times money and RP for GTA Plus members. So that's going to be just insane. It's a crazy money bonus. It's definitely the best one this week for sure. We also have the casino story missions on double money and double RP this week as well. And we have Drop Zone, the adversary mode, also on double money and double RP. Now, this is actually a super fun game mode, so this is one I would definitely recommend trying. Now, we also have double money and RP and casino chips on the casino work missions as well. So that's pretty insane. Overall, really good money bonuses this week, guys. I mean, 500k just for logging in. And then if you complete a heist, which you could do Diamond Casino, get double money on that, and you get a bonus $1 million on top. Like, it's crazy this week, the stuff they're doing. And the No Way missions themselves are also just insane. So great ways to earn money this week, guys. Make sure you're taking advantage of it. I will have a video coming out tomorrow going over the best ways to make money this week in GTA Online, so stay tuned for that. Moving on, we have the Diamond Casino Penthouse, 40% off, including upgrades and modifications. And the Master Penthouse decorations in the casino store are also going to be 40% off. Now, I already own one of these, so I can't show you how much money all this is going to save you, but they're going to be 40% off. The Casino Penthouse is not exactly the most useful property, if I'm being honest. So this is one you kind of could avoid buying, in my opinion. You don't need it. Now, is it something that's nice to have? Is it kind of good to have? Yes. Do you need it? No. We do have another property discount this week. Now, that discount is going to be on the arcade. They are 40% off this week, including upgrades and modifications. This is one I do recommend getting for a couple of reasons. One, it has a passive wall safe upstairs that will make you $5,000 every in-game day. Not a lot of money, but it stacks up, and every now and again you'll go and collect $100,000 from it. It's not bad, that's for sure. But most importantly, it enables you to do the Diamond Casino heist by owning it, because you launch it from the basement of the arcade. So that is pretty important. Now, as far as arcade upgrades go, the style and the mural are just cosmetic. The floor is also just cosmetic. The neon art is cosmetic. However, for extras, a personal quarter so you can spawn here for 90 grand, not too bad. The high score screens don't matter at all. The garage is a nice option if you want an additional 10 garage slots. Other than that, though, you don't really need it. So just keep your arcade as stock as possible if you're trying to save money, or go all out on it if you want to. But for most people, probably just try to save the money and not upgrade anything crazy with the arcade. Just make sure to get one in the first place. What I should also mention is that the Wonderama arcade is actually completely free this week, which I actually think is the one up in, yeah, it's in Grapeseed, of course. But it's free. So if you want a free arcade, I mean, you know, it's a terrible location, especially if you're doing the casino heist setups and everything, but it's free. So there's no setup cost for you. So that might be worth it to you guys. I don't know, but make sure you're, considering your options here. Overall, you can get it for free and you can always trade it in later. That's what I would probably recommend doing if you don't have an arcade yet. Starting off for our vehicle discounts of the week, we have the Buckingham Nimbus and the Buckingham Chamal, both discounted. Now, the Buckingham Chamal is just a kind of, in my opinion at least, uglier version of the Luxor. Other than that, they're literally identical. Like, I don't even think there's any change to their stats, really. They're pretty much an identical plane. The Chamal has this Air Emu livery on it, which is interesting. $805,000 for a Pegasus vehicle. I mean, I think everybody already knows I'm not going to be a fan of this. I'm not really going to recommend you to buy this. It's just simply not worth it for a Pegasus vehicle, especially one that's not really special and that you can steal a better version of at pretty much any airfield at any time by just stealing a Luxor. So I would avoid the Chamal. I don't think it's worth it at all this week. However, we also have the Nimbus discounted this week. Now, the Nimbus is a lot cooler than the Chamal. For the extra 500k, it's not more worth it by any means, really, but at least it is a little bit more unique, I will say that. Not the best plane, still don't recommend buying it, especially if you're on any sort of a budget, if you don't have like everything in the game that you need, all the businesses, everything like that, you're going to want to avoid buying the Nimbus this week. However, if you're balling, if you have a ton of money, I mean, if you want a nice private jet, the Nimbus is cool. You can take it to the hangar and re-customize the color of it, which is pretty cool. You can also do that with the Chamal as well, by the way, so, make your choice there. But overall, the Nimbus is the cooler out of the two. It's the one I would recommend if you had to buy one, for sure. But again, I would only buy one if you have lots of money. Getting started with our next vehicle discount, we have the Anna Silvestra discounted this week by 30% off. The Silvestra is a cool car. It has a missile lock-on jammer now, too, and it does have front-mounted machine guns that can be equipped through the Avenger or the Mobile Operations Center as well, so that is pretty cool. Customization wise, this thing's decent. It's got quite a bit of stuff that you can do to it, which is awesome, of course. Not the greatest car ever. Still, for 30% off, I feel like 700k is kind of a lot of money for this car. Like, performance wise, you're not getting much out of it. It's definitely like a cool car to collect and customize and drive around in free mode, but it's definitely not a performance bargain by any means. So if you're in the market for a performance car, I would say avoid the Silvestra. However, if you want something just cool to drive around, customize, things like that, this isn't the worst car ever to buy. I still think it's a little expensive, but if you're interested in it, you may want to buy it anyway. So make that decision for yourselves. Scrolling further down, we have the Lampadati Casco, a very, very cool car for $476,000 this week, guys. This thing unfortunately has nothing in the way of customization, like literally nothing you can do to it other than like the wheels and the window tint, and obviously the color and everything like that. But basic customization as far as this thing goes. For $476,000 though, what it does do is provide you with one of the coolest sounding cars in the game. It's got a great sounding exhaust, and for being an older car, it's got a fun driving experience. Again, not going to win you any races, not going to be crazy performance wise, but it is a cool car to drive around in free mode or as a garage ornament. I do think it's a little on the expensive side, however, it's significantly better than the last car we went over, so I would say it's not too egregious. If you want one, I'd recommend getting one this week. Moving over to the motorcycle section, we have the Western Rampant Rocket. There's really no saving this thing. Yeah, completely avoid this. Don't buy it, please. The Rampant Rocket is just, it's just not a good vehicle. I mean, it's a tricycle at the end of the day with a huge V8 strapped to it. It's just really not going to be anything that you would want. $647,500 is a crazy amount of money for this thing as well. I would just say to completely avoid this thing. There's no saving it. I'm not even going to attempt to argue on behalf of a Rampant Rocket fan, to be honest. Moving over to Warstock Cash and Carry, we have the turreted limo free this week, and something that I did notice as well, I'll throw a screenshot up here on screen. The turreted limo did appear in one of the screenshots we got for the new Quartz Center heist update today. So I'm wondering if it's going to be an important vehicle for that heist. It might be, it might not be, but still, it's a free vehicle. Now, it does come as a Pegasus vehicle, which is interesting. So you will need to call Pegasus in order to request this thing most of the time. However, if you are a CEO, owning this thing will allow you to spawn it in for free through the CEO menu, through CEO vehicles, which is pretty cool. So definitely get this thing for free. I mean, it's literally free. Everyone should get this thing this week. You might as well. There's no disadvantage to having it for sure. So everybody buy a turreted limo this week, or not even buy a turreted limo, just claim your turreted limo this week, guys. Everybody do this, please. Over on Southern San Andreas Super Autos, under the two-door section, we have the Lampadati Tropos Rally, available for $571,200. Now on the website, it only has 2 liveries. However, it has had a bunch of extra liveries added to it, which is pretty sweet. This car has phenomenal handling. It's got super wide rear tires, and it just goes around corners like just awesomely. It's rear wheel drive. It has good acceleration, especially a good launch off the line too, largely again due to those really wide rear tires. It's a great looking car. It's based off of a Lancia in real life, which is just sweet. And the Tropos Rally is also fantastic in the snow, by the way, as well. So that is just another bonus for this thing. For $571,000, I personally feel like there's a decent amount of value here. It's a cool car to customize. It looks great. It drives great. There's really no complaints about it, other than it's not going to be the best performance car ever. It's not going to win you races, but it's not necessarily going to lose you them either. It's a great car to have. I would personally buy it for $571,000. Under the off-road category on Southern, we have the Vapid Caracara 4x4, one of the best trucks in the entire game, going for $612,500. In my opinion, kind of a no-brainer to pick this thing up. It is a fantastic truck to drive. It's great to customize. It looks awesome. It's just a really, really good truck. I would recommend this one. I think it's worth the $612,000 price tag. So probably buy one this week if you guys are into off-roading at all or anything like that. Now, if you never go off-road, you don't need to buy it, but it is still a cool truck to have. I recommend it for most players. We also have the Sprunk Buffalo 30% off this week. I couldn't find it on the website though for some reason, so just be aware of that. Within the casino, the Hakuchu Drag can be won this week. Absolutely come here and try to win this thing. It is the best motorcycle in the entire game with HSW, so definitely come here and try to win it for free. Even without HSW, it's also a fantastic motorcycle. Within the LS Army, we have the Declasse Draugr available to be won. The challenge this week is really easy. Just place top 2. So if you have a friend to win trade with, or not even win trade, literally go into a race with one of your friends and complete it, and you will both get the Declasse Draugr so long as there are only 2 of you. If you have more than 2 friends, then do it a couple times and get everybody Draugrs. It is one of the best off-road vehicles in the entire game, so you gotta have it for sure. Now within the LS Army, we have the Coil Voltic for $150,000. Cool old electric supercar. You gotta buy one if you don't have one. I mean, it's just a staple at GTA at this point. We have the Canis Seminole Frontier for $678,000. A little on the expensive side, not gonna lie. However, customization wise, this thing does carry. It has a lot of stuff you can do to it. It's pretty good off-road as well. We also have the Dundry Landstalker XL for $1,220,000. Love the vehicle, however, it is really expensive. I don't honestly think I can really recommend it, unless you guys just love the Landstalker XL for some reason. It's just kind of not worth that much money, in my opinion, at least. And of course, we have the Pfister Astral for the HSW test ride this week, going for $2,854,500. I would just make one yourself. To be honest, it's going to be a little bit cheaper, and you can make it not look like that. Within Simeon's, we got a lot of regular traffic in here. Not really a lot, actually. We have the Invitero Coquette for $138,000. Absolute must buy, in my opinion. This car is one of the best OG cars to customize in the entire game, let alone drive. It's just fantastic. Great handling, everything like that. Highly recommend getting the Invitero Coquette. Enos Super Diamond goes for $250,000. It is a Rolls Royce. It is pretty cool. I would recommend getting one of these if you've never had one before. Very luxurious, very cool looking. Nothing in the way of customization, which does kind of suck, but it is just a fantastic car. I do recommend that one. We have the Canis Kalahari for $59,100 if you guys are interested in it. Don't necessarily really recommend it, but it's like $60K. You can't really go wrong with it. You got the Declasse Vamos for $615,000. Now, one thing to note about this is at high speed, it's extremely unstable. It has weird advanced handling flags, which is kind of annoying. It does have decent handling, up to about maybe like 80 miles an hour or so, but after that, it gets a little bit miserable, to be honest. Very cool car, great car to customize, just not the greatest car to drive, to be honest. And we have the Dubachi 770 for $695,000. A great looking car, fantastic looking in my opinion, at least. A little bit of customization, not a whole lot, but for $695K, I personally feel like you kind of can't go wrong with it. The priority file within the Garment Factory this week is going to be the Brute Force file. Your salvage yard robberies are going to be the Benefactor LM87 for completing the Gangbanger robbery. The Duggan robbery will get you the Lampadati Viserys, and the cargo ship robbery will get you the Weenie Issy Rally. None None of them are claimable though, so that is unfortunate. Within luxury autos, we have the Itali Classic and the Dubocci Rapid GTX. Both are available on the website, so just buy them there. The gun van today, guys, is going to be in the bottom of this parking garage right here on the map, right next to the Little Soul Agency. Within the gun van, we have a couple of discounts, the main one being on the compact EMP launcher, which is going to be 50% off this week. We also have the military rifle, stun gun, minigun, marksman pistol, and the knuckle dusters in here available as well. For throwables, we got pipe bombs, tear gas, and molotovs, and for body armor, it is of course 10% off as well. Starting with the time trials, your RC Bandito time trial today is Construction Site 1, your Junk Energy time trial is Sewer System, your regular time trial is Pillbox Hill, and your HSW time trial is Terminal to Chiliad Mountain State Wilderness. So it's going to start right here, and it's going to end all the way up here on the far side of the canyon. You're going to take this corner right here to go into the canyon, and it's going to end right about there. So there you have it, guys. That has been it for what to buy and what to avoid this week in Grand Theft Auto Online. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, consider dropping a like and subscribing if you guys are new. With that being said, I got the weekly money guide coming out tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. I'll see you guys in the next one. Till then, take care. Peace.